this week I'm taking on a little bit of a special trip. I am in the Superior National Forest heading up to my secret lake, and this is a spot that I had found years and years ago, and it's very Boundary Waters feeling like when you're at this lake. This lake has 3 campsites, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful lake in a beautiful area. I didn't come here all last year because there were wildfires pretty much surrounding this whole area in the lake. So I didn't make a trip up last year. So my last trip to the secret lake was a winter camp out, which was a beautiful, one of my favorite winter campouts. I'll leave a link in the description to that video if you want to watch that video. That was a true winter camp out. That was, like I said, probably my favorite winter camp out. But this lake actually has like a 7-mile trail going around it. So my plan this time was to do the trail. I've never actually done the trail at this lake. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find this trail. It's not a very well-maintained trail at all. So if I lose trail, I might have to just give up on it. But that's the plan for this weekend. So should be a good time at the secret lake. All right, I have made it down to the lake, and it's beautiful out here today. The only downfall is the bugs are out. The mosquitoes are thick right now. I've already deeded up. I'm borderline ready to bug net this stuff right now. If it's like this, I mean, the campsite I'm trying to go for is like right over there on that point. If it's like buggy like it is right here, over there, I might just do some fishing today, do a trail maybe, and call it good, because I didn't expect the mosquitoes to be this thick out here today. They are definitely thick. But it's not too far of a hike. I'm going around the lake this way to get to that campsite. So got a little bit of a hike to get to that campsite. But like I said, it looks beautiful out here today. I'm not sure what this is. Look at the size of this. That is definitely some, either a really big wolf scat, or else it's a really big bear, but that almost looks like a wolf or something. That's a big load. All right, I have made it to camp. This is such a beautiful site. I love this site, this lake. It's just beautiful. But that walk through the woods, that was one buggy, mosquito-y walk. So I think I'm a little bit late in the season to do the trail that goes around this lake. I might just hang out at this site for today, do some fishing and some relaxing, because this site is so open off the lake. There's a nice breeze that comes into this site, and that keeps all the bugs away. So like right now, I'm bug free. I mean, I'm been bug free since I walked into the site. So it's much safer to stay here. If I go into the woods, as soon as you go back there, there's a latrine back in this path right here. I went back just to check out the latrine, and I was getting swarmed just going back to the latrine. So I think I'm gonna hang out here. Like I said, do some fishing. I mean, it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous day out here. But I'm not sure exactly yet where I want to set up my tent. I kind of want to set up my tent on the top of the hill right here, kind of looking out over the lake. But I usually set up right here next to the lake. But I am expecting rain around 4 to 5 in the morning, and it might even be raining when I leave this place in the morning. So I'm thinking this might not be the best spot as far as mud and water pooling up right there. I feel like that spot on top of the hill would be much better as far as, you know, keeping dry and water out of the tent, or even just mud from packing up. But like I said, I'm gonna hang out at the lake here a little bit. I think I'm gonna actually take a dip into the lake here because I am hot. It's like 80 degrees out here, and that hike in here, it's got me wet in sweat. So I think I'm gonna clean off and then decide if I want to set up camp or just kind of hang out. All right, I've just been literally sitting around camp, not doing anything at all except staring at the lake and listening to the breeze and the waves hitting the shore on the lake. It's just so beautiful out here. You hear nothing out here. You don't hear anything off in the distance. There's no traffic. Planes don't hardly ever go by on this at this place. Today I haven't heard a single plane. I haven't heard a single vehicle off in the distance, not a boat off in the distance at another lake. That's why I love this place so much. It's quiet out here. It's 100% quiet. So I'm gonna kind of walk around over here and show you the other places. Up here is a spot where people camp and set up tents, because that's the site that I'm at literally only holds like 2 tents. So people or groups that have more than 2 tents or even hammocks usually come to this spot right back here. You see this little opening, this clearing, and it's beautiful back here. I mean, it is very, like I said, this area just reminds you of like the Boundary Waters. It's just a gorgeous, boggy, low-lying area, which, like I said, makes the bugs bad, but like midday, like right now, I'm in this forest and there's no bugs. I'm not being bothered at all. This morning it was a pretty buggy walk into the site, but midday they kind of calm down at this time of the year. So what I am gonna do, I think, is try my hand at some fishing. It's getting kind of warm out here, so I think I'm just gonna stand in the lake and fish and keep cool. But it has just been beautiful out here. And this lake is just beautiful. And there's a site too on that point right there. So if you look back in my videos, you will see, I can actually I'll put a link down in the description of this video of my past 2 trips out here, because the last trip was a winter camp out and it was beautiful. That was at the kind of the other site that's at that far of the part of the lake. But then the other trip was with Becky and Ken, and we stayed at the site that was across over there. And then the second night, Ken went home, and then the second night, me and Becky stayed at this site right here. So I've stayed at all the sites at this place, and they're all beautiful. They're all 5-star sites. But like I said, I'll post those videos down in the description of this video for the newer people on the channel who haven't seen the secret lake, since it's been a long time since I've been here. Like I said, I didn't show up here all last season because of those wildfires, but they're done, it's over. And as you saw with some of those drone footage, the forest is already coming back. It's amazing how quick, after just 1 season, how quickly the forest comes back. But like I said, I'm gonna try my hand at some fishing out here, see if I can't catch some fish. All right, I'm keeping my lure from last weekend that I had found at Cascade River State Park sitting on the rocks next to the river. So we're gonna see if this lure can catch trout and bass. Well, she has proven to be a trout lure and a bass lure. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. All right, an executive decision has just been made. I kind of peeked at the Weather Channel app, and I got severe thunderstorms coming in the morning when it was only supposed to be light rain, maybe not even rain. So that changes everything for me, because anybody that knows me knows I do not want to pack up in the rain, and thunderstorms is definitely not what I want. So I've been out here all day fishing, hanging out. I mean, it's only like 4 o'clock, I think, right now. So, I mean, I got nothing left to do tonight except for make dinner. A backpacking meal I brought. So I think I am going to call this trip early and go home tonight. I really did not plan on this, but I mean, as you can see behind me, the tent is set up. And it's beautiful out here right now. I mean, the weather couldn't be any better with the breeze that's blowing right now at 80 degrees and sun. It's beautiful. But it's supposed to start raining at about 2 o'clock in the morning. And then by about 6 a.m. is when the thunderstorms come in. And they're not supposed to stop all day. So it's about a 30 to 35 minute hike to the truck from this campsite. And I'm not feeling 30 to 35 minutes in the pouring down rain. So, and not to mention, the whole point of what I like camping, the whole thing I like about camping is waking up in my tent in the morning, doing morning breakfast, hanging out in the morning, especially a place like this at my secret lake. I love waking up here in the morning and just hanging out, staring at the lake and enjoying a beautiful morning at my secret lake, which is not going to be tomorrow morning. It is definitely not going to be one of those mornings. So I think I'm going to pack it up. I'm going to get this tent packed up. And then I think I'm just going to hang out here for a little bit longer, maybe an hour or 2 or 3. I don't know. I really wanted to see a sunset, but the wind's coming in and the clouds are moving in. So, I mean, it doesn't look like it behind me, actually. But if you look over this way, the clouds are starting to move in and the wind is coming. So I'm kind of at that point of like, it's not worth really staying anymore. I don't think I'm going to get a good sunset tonight. And I really don't want to wake up in the rain, pack up everything wet, and then hike out in the rain or possibly thunderstorms even. So, like I said, I'll probably hang out here for a little bit longer and call it for this trip. It was definitely a good one. I had a great time out here. I would have loved to stay the night, but like I said, I just took a peek at that Weather Channel app and everything changed. I mean, it changed dramatically. It went from it was going to be like 40% chance of rain in the morning, and then like afternoon is when the rain was supposed to come in. Now it starts at like 2 in the morning, and then like the big weather, the big rain is hitting at like 4 or 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And I mean, that's what time I wake up, is usually around 5 or 6 a.m. So I don't really want to wake up to a thunderstorm and then have to pack up. I mean, who knows how windy it's even going to be with a thunderstorm they're talking. So it's too bad. But like I said, I had a great time out here. I caught fish, relaxed, got a good hike in, and I had a good time out here. Like overall, like I said, it's just been beautiful out here. I've been watching, there's a lot of turtles out here on the lake. I've been watching them, peek their head up and then go back down, peek their head up and go back down. So I think they're kind of all interested in who I am and what I'm doing out here today. But I have not seen a single loon out here today. There's been geese kind of coming and going, but not a single loon out here. I was kind of hoping to see a loon out here today. I'm yet to see a loon this season. Even hear a loon. I haven't even heard a loon anywhere. So that's a little disappointing. But like I said, I'm gonna pack this up and get on out of here. All right, I am out of camp, back on trail towards the truck, and not a moment too soon. As soon as I started packing up, the bugs, mosquitoes and flies and those burrowing gnats just everywhere. I mean, that was insane trying to pack up all of a sudden when it just was bugs galore. So I mean, kind of a good call. I think the rest of the night was gonna be a bug night. I mean, I brought citronella candle and some off coils and my thermocell and DEET, but I don't think that was gonna make a difference with all the flies and burrowing gnats. Like, one even got my lip. Like, I don't know if you can tell, my lip, oh man, just burrowing me right now as I'm talking to the camera. But yeah, like they just started attacking, so I'm glad I got out of there. I mean, this was actually a good call. But like I said, a little disappointed I didn't stay the night. That was the plan for tonight, but it's all good. Like I said, I want to avoid the rain and avoid these bugs. Like I said, they came out and they came out thick in the past half hour, 45 minutes. I mean, wow. So that calls it for this trip to the secret lake. Didn't camp, but had a fun day. I got out here at like 9 a.m. so I had a full day out here. So I definitely had a good time. I will see you on the next one.